If you've ever walked away from a conversation feeling confused, guilty, or strangely wrong, even though you were sure about what happened, this video is for you. Gaslighting is not just lying. It's a pattern of manipulation that slowly makes you doubt your memory, your emotions, and your judgment. The goal is not simply to win an argument. The goal is to control the reality inside your head so you become easier to influence. Before we begin, this video is educational. It's not a diagnosis, and it's not a replacement for therapy, but it can be a first step toward clarity. Let's go through 10 red flags of a gaslighter, with real examples of how they sound, what they do to your mind, and what you can do about them. 1. You're imagining things / that never happened. This is the classic entry point. The denial of reality. You say, "You promised you'd be home at 8. They say, "I never said that. You must be making it up." Or you say, "You yelled at me yesterday." They say, "No, I didn't. You're dramatic." What this does psychologically is brutal. It trains your brain to mistrust itself. Over time you start thinking, maybe I'm not reliable. Maybe my memory is broken. And once you doubt yourself, you become easier to steer. 2. The selective amnesia. Forgetting only what benefits them. This one is more subtle. It's not, "I forget everything." It's, "I forget the parts where I did something wrong." You bring up a hurtful comment, and they say, "I don't remember saying that. You're putting words in my mouth. I have no idea what you're talking about." Then magically they remember every mistake you've ever made, with perfect detail. This creates an imbalance of power. They become the judge of what's real, and you become the one constantly proving your experience. 3. Minimizing your emotions. You're too sensitive. A gaslighter often attacks your emotional reaction instead of addressing the behavior. You say, "That hurt me." They say, "You're too sensitive. You always overreact. Normal people wouldn't be upset by that." This message is not, "I disagree." It's, "Your feelings are invalid." And when your feelings are invalid, your boundaries become negotiable. You learn to swallow discomfort to keep peace. And that is exactly what a manipulator wants. 4. Rewriting history. "That's not what I meant," even when it clearly was. This is a favorite technique. They change the meaning after the fact. They insult you, then later say, "I was joking. You misunderstood. You're twisting everything." Or they make a promise, then later claim, "I didn't mean it like that. You assumed." That's on you. This is psychological quicksand. You can't resolve conflict because the past keeps changing. You spend your energy explaining, defending, clarifying, and they stay in control because nothing is ever solid. 5. Turning the blame around. "You made me do it." This is called blame shifting. It often sounds like, "If you weren't so difficult, I wouldn't get angry. Look what you made me say. If you would just listen, we wouldn't have problems." Notice what disappears here. Accountability. They're not responsible for their behavior, you are. The impact is that you start managing their emotions like a job. You become hypervigilant. If I say it the perfect way, maybe they won't explode. That is not love. That is survival mode. 6. Constant contradiction. Making you feel unstable. A gaslighter may contradict you even about small things, not to correct facts, but to destabilize you. You say, "The meeting is at 3. They say, "No, it's not. Why are you always wrong?" You say, "I told you this already." They say, "No, you didn't. You never communicate." This creates a state of internal confusion. When your mind is busy defending tiny truths, you have less energy to see the big picture. The pattern. 7. Isolating you. Everyone thinks you're the problem. This one is dangerous because it cuts off your support system. They might say, "Your friends don't really like you. Your family is toxic. I'm the only one who truly cares. Everyone agrees you're hard to deal with." Sometimes they claim they spoke to someone who criticized you without proof. The goal is to make you feel alone, misunderstood, and dependent on them for validation. Isolation is where gaslighting becomes a cage. 8. Public charm, private cruelty. Many gaslighters have two faces. In public, they're kind, funny, respectable. In private, they're cold, mocking, or aggressive. In front of others they may say, "I adore you. I'm so lucky." But in private it becomes, "You're pathetic. You're nothing without me. No one else would put up with you." This split confuses you because you start thinking, maybe I'm the problem, believe it or not. And you may fear telling anyone because you worry they won't believe you. That silence protects the abuser. 9. Provocation, then punishment. See? You're crazy. A gaslighter may push you until you react, then use your reaction as evidence that you're unstable. They poke your insecurities. They interrupt, mock, deny, smirk. Then when you finally snap, "Wow, look at you. You're unhinged. This is why no one can talk to you." This is a trap. The point is to create a proof story. You are the unreasonable one, and they are the calm victim. It's a performance designed to erase the context and focus only on your breaking point. 10. Love as a reward, coldness as a punishment. This is the emotional control system behind many gaslighting relationships. When you agree with them, they're warm. Affection complements closeness. When you disagree, they withdraw. Silence, coldness, distance, criticism. Over time, your brain learns a painful lesson. Truth costs me love. Compliance brings safety. That is how a person becomes small. Not because they are weak, but because they are trained. How to know it's gaslighting, not just conflict. Healthy conflict still respects reality. People can disagree, but they don't erase your experience. Gaslighting has these signs. You constantly feel confused after talks. You apologize even when you don't know what you did. You start documenting things to prove you're not crazy. You feel like you're walking on eggshells. Your self-trust shrinks. If that sounds familiar, here are practical steps. What to do? Practical tools for getting your reality back. Step 1. Name the pattern, not the argument. Instead of fighting over details, step back and label what's happening. You can say, "I'm not continuing this conversation if my reality is being denied. We can disagree, but I won't accept being told I imagined it." Or, no debate. Step 2. Use written reality anchors. Gaslighting thrives in fog. Clarity is your protection. Keep a private note with what was said, what happened, how you felt, what you needed. This isn't about winning. It's about keeping your mind grounded. Step 3. Get a reality check person. Choose one safe person, a friend, therapist, support group, and share patterns, not just single events. Does this sound normal to you? Am I being manipulated? Gaslighting weakens when you are not alone in your perspective. Step 4. Watch your body. Your nervous system often tells the truth before your mind can. If you consistently feel dread, tightness, nausea, panic, or numbness around someone, don't ignore that. Your body may be recognizing danger. Step 5. Build an exit plan if needed. If this is a partner, family member, or boss and the pattern is persistent, boundaries may not be enough. In some cases, the safest choice is distance, emotional, physical, or both. If you feel unsafe, prioritize support and safety planning with professionals in your area. You are not too sensitive. You are not crazy. If your reality is constantly questioned, your mind is not broken. It's under pressure. If this video helped, save it so you can return to it when doubt shows up. And if you want, write in the comments, which red flag felt most familiar? Again, this isn't a replacement for therapy, but it can be a first step toward clarity.